How does healthy shame happen? When should we feel ashamed? People go, I just don't feel anybody loves me. You know what I hear when I hear that? Do you love you? And they usually, well, no. How do you manipulate yourself? If you were manipulated growing up, I guarantee you are manipulating yourself. I'm going to have you keep waiting to the end and I'll share with you more about that. Have you ever felt like no matter what you did, the love you received from your parent or parents always seemed conditional? Let me tell you, conditional love is not love. Narcissistic parents teach us distorted versions of love that leave us doubting our self-worth and craving validation, often for the rest of our lives, without recovery or healing. But learning what healthy love truly looks like is the first step towards healing and building a healthier connection with yourself and with others. Hi, I'm Jerry Wise, and for 45 years, I have helped people recover from narcissistic parenting and toxic family systems. My journey of self-differentiation and healing has shown me that healthy love begins with reclaiming your true self. And that's exactly what I want to help you achieve today, or begin or start your road to achieving that. In today's video, we'll break down the 10 key differences between healthy and unhealthy love, especially as they are applied to narcissistic parents. So let's get started. We often don't learn what normal and healthy are from our family of origin. Many family of origins are broken. Many have come from intergenerational trauma and transgenerational passing on of difficulties, hardships, problems, and broken paradigms. We need outside the family thinking to learn this. So that's why I'm sharing these things with you today, because we want to learn outside the family thinking. First of all, healthy love respects boundaries. Unhealthy love ignores them. In dysfunctional families, boundaries are often ignored, leaving you feeling trapped and controlled instead of safe and respected. Also, boundaries are even seen as a threat to the family, or what I call the family super self. And the family super self is everything the family is involved in emotionally and mentally in terms of their family think and family feel. And it's kind of clumped all together in what we call a family super self. And boundaries may not be a part of that clumping or a part of that super self. In fact, it's seen as foreign, alien, and even dangerous. Number 2, healthy love encourages your growth, development, maturity. Unhealthy love stifles it. Narcissistic parents keep you stuck in the family super self, as I mentioned, stifling your growth and independence to maintain control over you, because they are not comfortable without that control. And that discomfort without that control is something that is built into the family super self. They could actually be fine with it, as some families are fine with. However, growth they are fine with for their children, emotionally, mentally, and maturity and healthy relationship life. They are comfortable with that. But for narcissists, they are not, because that threatens so many things about the narcissist and about the family. Number 3, healthy love builds trust. Unhealthy love relies on fear and control, also and additionally, and worry and tension versus trust. Healthy love is built on trust, but in a dysfunctional family, fear is used to keep you compliant and unsure of your own value, your own footing, your own sense of self. So we need lots of, mixed in with this family super self, we need lots of fear, lots of worry, lots of tension, besides shame and guilt and many other things that go into that soup for the family. Number 4, healthy love validates your emotions and your thoughts as well. Unhealthy love dismisses them, shames them, ignores them. Validation lets you feel seen and understood. And being seen is a very, very important part of a child becoming a self, a true self, if they are seen and validated Narcissistic parents dismiss your feeling, making you question your worth and your reality. Number 5, healthy love is consistent. Unhealthy love is conditional. Now, that doesn't mean I can never have a disagreement with a husband or wife, or with my children, or with my parents. That's not an inconsistent love. It's that love is consistent. Unhealthy love is conditional and is flappable. It is volatile. It can go up, it can go down. In dysfunctional families, love is conditional and depends on your ability to meet their needs, or their needs and expectations, leaving you feel like you can never be enough. Well, that's a great training for learning how to be a self and become yourself, to have that insecurity infused into us at very young age and programmed into us. 6, healthy love celebrates your individuality. Unhealthy love demands conformity. Healthy love honors your uniqueness. Narcissistic parents demand you conform to the family's expectations, to what the family denies, to the family's way of communicating, poor as it is. You are to be committed to all those things, and that is what is required of you. But that's not loving. It is a silencing of your true self. And again, as I've mentioned, anything outside the family's emotional super self or mental paradigms will be seen as wrong or bad, or should be denied or ignored. That's usually what dysfunctional families and narcissistic families do. Number 7, healthy love communicates honestly. Unhealthy love manipulates. Honest communication builds connection, but narcissistic parents use manipulation, guilt, and blame to keep you emotionally entangled with them. And just remember, the flip is also the case. If you're recovering as an adult child of a narcissist, continuing to blame, guilt your narcissistic parent, and manipulate your narcissistic parent, you're now just doing the flip side of what they're doing, because blaming doesn't get very far. It doesn't get very far for them or for you. And I'm more concerned about you and how it affects you. And just giving you a recovery tip, what I think about is, for all of these items that I'm sharing with you about what love is and what is unhealthy love and what is a healthy love, we want to work on how do we treat ourselves in these ways. As I've just mentioned, how do you manipulate yourself? If you were manipulated growing up, I guarantee you are manipulating yourself in some ways, in unhealthy ways. And so we want to unpack that and shed those. And that's what coaching and helping can help you do. There are also some books that can help you with that. I think of one, Inner Bonding by Margaret Paul is a good one to try to shed some of those unhealthy patterns from growing up. Number 8, healthy love fosters independence. Unhealthy love creates dependency. If a friend is so over the hill and so over loving you and caring about you, are they doing it because they love you, or are they wanting to promote dependency with them? And that love bombing that we have can be very subtle, and so they would like to have some dependence in the relationship. I do believe we can have independence in healthy friend relationships, and in fact, I actually believe the more over close you are, the more dependent you are, the less likely you will experience giving love and receiving love. Another point, I just think about recovery. People go, I just don't feel anybody loves me. You know what I hear when I hear that? Do you love you? And they usually, well, no. Then how are other people going to love you? You don't even love you. Don't you think we should start there? Then that begins to change the dynamic for relationships. We expect other people to do for us what we're not doing for ourselves. That happens all the time if we grew up in a dysfunctional family. And I think I did mention healthy love fosters independence. Unhealthy love creates dependency. Narcissistic parents keep you tied to their needs, making it hard to trust your own decisions. Healthy love encourages independence and confidence and self-belief and self-awareness when we offer independence rather than dependency. And that's why when someone comes to me and says, well, I've decided to do this, and I have some concern about the decision, and I love them. They're a good friend. I like them. I'm not their therapist. I'm not their coach. I'm a friend. Should I tell them, that's a dumb idea? No, because I want to foster their own independent decision making. Also, there may be a plan in the universe for them to learn some lessons that cannot be provided for them any other way. I might, though, share, as I think about that, there are at least some things I think I don't know if you've thought about, and then I share those things. But the decision is yours, and I'll support you in whatever decision you make. Because I'll tell you, I learned more from the wrong decisions I made than the right ones. But maybe I'm just unique and crazy. I don't know. Number 9. Healthy love is free of shame. Unhealthy love weaponizes it or weaponizes shame. In dysfunctional families, shame is used to keep you small and compliant. Healthy love lifts you up, helping you to embrace your self-worth. And remember, guilt is about what you've done or behavior. Shame is about who you are at the core. You being worthless, you being stupid. That's different than guilt over behavior. But even guilt and shame have gotten all messed up in a toxic, dysfunctional family when we grow up. There is healthy guilt, there is healthy shame. But I would guess most people that I talk to would not be able to answer this question. How does healthy shame happen? When should we feel ashamed? And they probably couldn't answer that question. And I'm going to have you keep waiting to the end, and I'll share with you more about that. Number 10, healthy love empowers you. Unhealthy love controls you. Narcissistic parents maintain control by keeping you in a toxic pattern and revolving within toxic patterns, while healthy love empowers you to thrive as your true differentiated self, or autonomous self, or individual self. I think of the healthy love, not the controlling love. The healthy love is role free. I don't expect you to play a role with me. Healthy love is not a means to an end. The love bombing, isn't that love? Well, probably not really, but they would say I'm loving you a lot here. But it's a means to an end. It's not just loving because of loving. It's because there's a goal or something they have in mind that they want. And healthy love is an affectionate valuing of another. What are some self-differentiation tips I can offer to you? Ask yourself, what is my own definition of love? What is your definition of love? And is that a part of your values, your morals, your decisions? And do you hold to that for both you and for other people? And again, what I see so much of, if you're codependent, have those kind of difficulties, we'll take our definition of love and apply it to you, and we will love you in that way. But we don't apply it to ourselves, that we should love ourselves in that way. Remember, enmeshment does not equal love. Fusion over closeness is not love. It's an emotional anomaly, and it's not a healthy one. You need distance or space in relationships to be close. That's a whole nother video that you can go search and find. Give yourself the love your parents didn't give you. We want to give ourselves what we didn't get growing up. And that's one of the hardest things I've found people to do. Many times people, oh yeah, I love everybody. I love everybody. The only thing is they don't love themselves. Guess what? How they're loving is going to come out. It just comes out in kind of not always healthy ways. They're not bad people. I'm not talking about bad people. I'm talking about it's not a healthy, solid love. It's a love based on your self-confidence, decision, values, beliefs, and emotional calmness. Focus on self-differentiation. You can't have self-love if you don't have a self. So we have to begin to love ourselves. We have to begin to work on finding genuinely a true self. If you're ready to finally break free from the grip of narcissistic parent abuse and build a strong, confident sense of self, join my free training today. Learn to build the you were never allowed to have. Click the link below on the training, and that is free for you. It's about 84 minutes. Enjoy. I think you will find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to see the new videos when they come out. I do them weekly and publish weekly. It's time to get your family out of you and finally live as your true differentiated self. I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day and be wise.